Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Stuart. I'm a classical record collector. I also sell classical records from my website, lpclassical.co.uk. I've had a lot of people requesting that I make a video where I go through eBay listings and do a commentary and also prediction. I made some videos in the past and a lot of you said that you liked them. So I'm going to go through these listings and give a commentary, just to say that I've been sort of dealing in and sort of been a collector of classical records, stretching all the way back to about 1988. So I've got quite a bit of experience. I sold tens of thousands of records in the 90s when I was really dealing full time. I'm now just dealing part time, mainly to pay for this expensive hobby. So I really am an enthusiast. I love listening to classical music on vinyl, so I'm a genuine enthusiast. Let's go then and have a look at these. Now I've filtered down on auctions the highest price just to make it interesting. I've also filtered classical. Now it really bugs me that people put non-classical into the classical section. For example, we've got here Sgt. Pepper, the Beatles, first item here, £5,000. I know virtually nothing about pricing of pop records. I've got some fair idea of what, some things should be worth. For example, I'm a bit of a Blondie fan, and I think most of the Blondie albums that I'm interested in from the 70s are worth about sort of between 10 and 20 pounds depending on condition. But as for the sort of special pressings and everything and all that kind of thing, I've got absolutely no idea. So this one here, for example, Nimbus Supercut. Yeah, so £5,000. It's got one bid, so it's going to sell. Unless that's a shill bid, of course, but who knows? £5,000, that's impressive. But let me go on. Let's talk about something that I do know about. So, SXL 2289. In the 90s, this record used to sell for about £350 in sort of near mint or really excellent condition. It's a gatefold, and yeah, it's a great record, super performance, great Decca sound. And I see now that it's generally, when it's auctioned, seems to be going, or at least people are trying to get about £800 for this record in excellent condition. Let's just have a look and see what it says about the condition. Quite often with this record, because gatefolds, one of the problems is they can snag easily and they can often tear. This one though seems to be quite good. There's some sort of marking there on the picture of the conductor, but it looks to me like this is a really good condition SXL 2289. It's in edition 1. Let's see what the seller says about it. Record grading excellent, sleeve grading excellent. I think probably the sleeve grading is more like VG+, but okay. Excellent on the record. What does he say? Vinyl is excellent. One small light superficial mark and one tiny press bubble. Now, I've got to tell you something, that if a record has got a pressing bubble, it severely affects the value. Any kind of pressing bubble whatsoever is a manufacturing fault. And on that alone, look, fully play tested, the tiny press bubble is audible for 5 revolutions. Yeah, so it's going to go bump, 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 bump. They are not too loud. 4 slight static ticks on side band on side 2, band 2. Okay, so he's listened to it all the way through. Well, I'm sorry, but this is not an EX. If it's got a pressing bubble on it, it's a VG plus at best. So no, that is not going to fetch £800. I would value that with the pressing bubble not more than 200. That's my opinion. We're going to come back next week and see how I've done on my predictions, but that is not going to go for £800. If it does, I suppose I'm going to look pretty stupid, but there are people who will pay or maybe won't read that there's a pressing bubble. So who knows, somebody might pay 800, but no, with a pressing bubble, it's not worth anything like that. Okay, so let's move on. I mean, some of you will probably say, oh, Stuart, there's nothing wrong with pressing bubbles. They're fine. I've got them all over my records in my collection and I can live with them. Okay, well, that's fine. But I don't like pressing bubbles. I try to avoid records with pressing bubbles, and I feel really disappointed if I get a record with a pressing bubble. So let's have a look. Yeah, this record here, Rostropovich. I think I've seen this one going for about 350, 400 sometimes. So again, 620 seems like a lot. And what does he say here? Is it the same seller? I think it's the same seller. Yeah, let's see what he says here. What's he putting it down as? Cover is excellent. Vinyl is VG plus. Downgraded from excellent because of 12 moderate ticks at the start of side 1 and a faint superficial hairline. Okay. All right. I would want £800 for a near mint copy. Well, I'm sorry, friend, but 12 moderate clicks at the start of side 1, which is the worst possible place. If you've paid like £600 for a record, you don't want to let the stylus fall and hear 12 clicks, do you? So no, I don't think that is going to sell for 620. Yeah, it might be worth 800, absolute, near mint with no problems whatsoever. But that is a problematic record if it's got 12 clicks. So again, I'd value that at probably about £200. Well, we'll see if I'm wrong. Okay, so what have we got here? SAX 2394, Ravel Piano Concerto. Well, I'm not going to go and look and see. Well, okay, let's have a look and see if is it the same seller? No, it's somebody else. Sleeve VG, record EX. Okay. Well, no, I don't like the sleeve. Look at that. It's torn along the bottom. Absolutely no way. These people are absolutely dreaming if he thinks he's going to get £500 for that record. Okay, it's Clayton's. He's a collectible conductor, and it's an SAX, quite an unusual one. But look at that on the jacket. No way. Absolutely no chance. You'd have to be absolutely insane to pay £500 for that record. Nope. I mean, I wouldn't rate it at more than £100 with that damage on the jacket, even if. And I've picked up a few big value stereos recently with damaged jackets, and I haven't even bothered listing them yet because I'm on the lookout for good jackets. If I can find a beat up record with a mint jacket, I'll pay like 30 or £40 for it and try and make a perfect set, a perfect pairing, and then sell the bad record and the bad sleeve for £10 or something just to see the back of it. Okay, let's keep going. Here we are, SAX 2552, quite an unusual one this. 350. That might be worth it if let's have a look at the condition. Record grading is EX, sleeve EX. Always read the text to see what the condition really is, just in case. After a play listening, there are a few slight light ticks and occasional singular pop. Well, that would probably be enough to put me off. Yeah, because I've had records with that kind of description and I've listened to them and there's not been the occasional singular pop. There have been loads of pops. So no. If I would say that's more like a VG plus probably. Consequently, I don't think it will fetch 350. Let's have a look at the jacket. Okay, the jacket's pretty good at the back. And it looks sort of okay at the front. Well, I don't know. In fact, if you look here, yeah, that would be enough to put me off and irritate me. There's no way that I'm going to pay £350. It would really ruin my enjoyment to have, all these stupid creases and marks at the edge of the jacket. Nope, sorry, no. 100, maybe 150 at the most. Some of these people are dreaming, I'll tell you. So we've got Michael Rabin here with, let's have a look, Glazunov and Paganini, £200. I mean, you wouldn't expect this. Actually, the jacket looks really good at the front. Let's have a look. Yep, that one looks all right. Well, that is a really beautiful jacket. That is an EX jacket, or VG plus stroke EX. Let's see what he says about the record. EX. Cover is excellent. Yeah, I sort of agree with him there. Vinyl is in strong, excellent condition and close to perfect. Fully play tested, incredible audio with no more than a dozen scattered ticks. Sorry, yeah, this record now. I've been very, very fussy with stereos, but monos are another matter, particularly monos which were issued in the 50s. So I would say that if it's true that there are a scattered dozen ticks on this entire record, in other words, say 6 ticks in total per side, not too loud, sort of moderate, and not together. So in other words, yeah, really scattered, not like 4 ticks in a row, which is going to get your attention. Then I would say that actually I could give this an EX for a mono. In reality, it's probably VG+, but come on, it's really difficult to find these in good condition. It's rare. It's an amazing performance of the Paganini concerto. Rabin's interpretation playing is absolutely spectacular. So yeah, I mean, that's probably as good as a copy as you're going to find. Consequently, that might fetch 200. It might even fetch more. So that's the first one that I've been happy with. Okay, good. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Well, this won't. Let's have a look. Well, you know something? I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised to see that this has got one bid at £199. Incredibly surprised. It's the Stokowski with Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2. And I am really surprised that this has got a bid of £199. I'm kind of baffled, really surprised. Let's see what it goes for. Again, maybe it's a shill bidder who's getting in with an early bid. I don't know, but I'm really baffled by that because I wouldn't rate this record at more than £50. When I used to sell a lot of records back in the 90s, this was not really one that was really that sought after. So yeah, I'm really surprised about that. I'll have to do some research on this one to see if it really is worth £200 or more. Ruggiero Ricci, this is a great record. Let's have a look. £199. The jacket looks good. It's hard to say actually. Yeah, I can't really see because the way that he's photographed it here, I mean, this is all light. Is that some kind of degrading? Is that some kind of damage? Or is that just the lighting? I don't know. Let's see what he says about it. Record and sleeve are excellent. Okay, fair enough. It's probably just because of the way he's photographed it, but it's clumsy photography. Okay, record excellent, sleeve excellent. Yep, if that's true, is there a blue back of this, blue back border? I'm not sure. I've got a feeling there probably is, which means that this is the second jacket, not the first. So £199. If that's really an EX condition and the jacket is EX, then I think that it should fetch 199 or more, maybe 250 to 300. So we'll see. SXL 2037. Okay, answer May, £149. There's a blue blue border. It looks fairly good. Some of the flap is sort of lifting up a bit there. That could be repaired with some Prit, just a little bit of Prit, and press that down. Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Let's see what it says. It's in, let's have a look. Here we are, record grading EX. Okay. All right, well, if that's true and the record grading really is EX, then I still don't think it will fetch 149.99. I mean, answer Mays were never really hot as SXLs. I mean, they're really good. The sound is fantastic and everything, but they were never really sort of really big money. They were sort of mid-range SXLs, so I don't think it will fetch 150. I think maybe £100, but he's got a starting price of 149. All right, we're going to look at one more, and then that's it. This is a great record. Absolutely fabulous flying performance of the Tchaikovsky concerto, particularly the last movement. The jacket, it's a bit worn there on the corner, and it doesn't look too bad otherwise. Yeah, down here as well. And this is a blue border. It looks like it's in fairly good condition. It's a VG Plus jacket at the most, at best. Yep, he's put it down as VG Plus. And he says the record is EX. If it really is, quite often I saw this record and listened to it, and it was very rarely, truly EX. But if it is, then 149 should go for more than that. I would think it should go for more like 250 to 300 if it's really an EX copy. So anyway, I think that's about it for now. We're going to come back next week and see how I did with my predictions, and I look forward to your comments. Bye for now.